I'll show you the trick, then I'll teach you the trick. It's very simple, nothing in the hands, nothing up the sleeves, nothing inside the jacket. All you take is a piece of paper like you might find under a drink at one of the fabulous cocktail lounges in Las Vegas. We take the piece of paper and we tear it into 4 perfectly equal squares. 4 perfectly. You have a little leeway on the perfectly equal part. You take the squares and you wad them into a teeny tiny ball. Don't let your audience's eyes off the ball. The only other object that you need is a magic wand, and I always carry a magic wand with me, cleverly disguised as a magic marker. Make a couple magic passes and open up the torn pieces to a solid round of applause. That would be your cue. Yes. Now I'm going to teach you how this trick is done. There's only 2 things I ask. The first thing I ask is you don't tell anybody. That's only fair. The second thing is that you pay attention. Because this trick, learning this lesson, is as much about not getting fooled as it is about learning how to put some papers together. There are 2 secrets to this, a big secret and a little secret. The big secret, smart people don't pay attention. I mean, think about it. Do you pay attention to everything that goes on in your life? Do you pay attention to, Sean, I'm talking to you. Do you pay attention to everything that goes on in your life?
Absolutely.
Clearly not. Smart person front row. That's the big secret. Here's the little secret. I use one of these. An extra ball. No. Yeah. I start out with the extra ball hidden in my hand like this. This is called palming. The secret to palming is being natural. I practiced over 12 years to hold my hand in a perfectly natural position. Didn't notice it the first time, did you, Michael? No. See, from this position, I can wave hello to my friend Eric at the back of the room. I can adjust my glasses. I can stroke my mysteriously handsome mustache and goatee. No one sees the extra piece of paper. Now, naturalness is very powerful. In fact, I saw someone use this very technique at this trade show to hide an entire headband from his audience. Have you seen this? It's a cheap trick. They do it at another booth. I'm not going to do it here. But what he does is he's demonstrating a breathe down with an oximetry machine using a name brand industry leading oximetry machine. But he's so natural and so smooth, he never gives the audience the chance to remind him that he's doing the entire demonstration without using the headband, which is in the instructions for that procedure. Then he talks about comparing apples to apples. That's not very fair, is it? It's not very honest. But that's a cheap trick. We don't do cheap tricks. At Nellcor, why use tricks when you have amazing technology? Now, to keep people from looking at this extra piece, we take another piece, we wave it up and down. This is called misdirection. Misdirection is perhaps the most powerful technique in a magician's arsenal. In fact, I saw someone use misdirection at this very show to make his entire finger disappear. Have you seen that yet? Again, another cheap trick. I'll explain it to you so you don't fall for it. What he does is he puts a sensor on each one of his fingers and he holds up a glass of ice water. Now, he gets you to focus so closely on that glass and that water that you never notice that this finger, the one with his company's sensor on it, isn't on level with the water. Now, they've gotten clever since I've started doing this. They'll pile that ice up in the middle of the glass so it's real high, but it's still got that whole area of air insulated. Plus, he's so smooth and natural, he never gives a smart person like Eric the chance to remind him that glass is a poor conductor of heat and cold. That's why we drink hot beverages out of glass mugs. That's why we have windows made of glass in our house. Now, that's not very fair, is it? That's not very honest. And he's got an even better trick. I won't go into the details about what's going on with this hand. Ask him to put the sensors on your finger in any order. They won't do it. There's a reason. Anyway, here's my favorite part of the trick. I say, I don't want you to look away from the ball. So I say, don't look away from the ball. So you look away from the ball. Because people do what I say don't do. Nobody trusts me. This may explain why I'm saying it. As I pick up the torn pieces, I hold my hand like there's something sneaky going on as I reach for that magic wand. While you're watching the empty hand, I switch those torn pieces for the solid piece and a flash of lightning-like dexterity. I'm working on the lightning-like part. Now, I need your help, and I really need you to play along because this is critical to the success. You take the magic wand, you make a pass over the solid pieces, not the torn pieces, and you open them up to a thunderous round of applause. Wow. And as that applause becomes deafening, be careful not to go, thank you very much. Or then you are, as we say in our industry, busted. Like when you realize that this action, when hooked up to an oximetry machine, has no real-world clinical relevance whatsoever. But that's a cheap trick. They do it over there, not here. I promised you something amazing. Don't take your eyes off those torn pieces. At Nellcor, we believe, why deceive when you can deliver? Just take that magic wand and open those torn pieces to a thunderous round